Hey, good morning, everyone. Debbie Rosemont with Simply Placed, and I wanted to come on this morning to share a few thoughts. I was actually thinking about this yesterday, and this is pretty off the cuff, but I felt compelled to talk a little bit about how rapidly things are changing in our work situations for many of us, in our kids' environments. I know I'm in Southern California right now. I had come down with my husband last weekend to watch my son play baseball. He plays at college, and feeling so very grateful that we got to see him play for a couple innings over the weekend because all of a sudden, as we were saying goodbye to parents, just a little more than 48 hours ago, saying see you Friday for the next game, 24 hours later, we were feeling very disappointed that the school had made a policy to not allow fans to home games, and we thought, well, that's okay. Friday's an away game down here; we'll still go. And then, not 24 hours after that, school is canceled for the rest of the semester and moved to online learning. The kids have to move out of their dorms within a matter of days. Sports, athletics canceled, all spring sports. So life is just kind of upside down and dramatically changing at such a rapid pace. So I wanted to talk about our reaction to that and how I'm personally feeling. It's certainly mixed emotions. It's a combination of some nerves, to be honest. It's hard to feel confident and comfortable with so much uncertainty, so that's going on. Disappointment and sadness, especially for those senior baseball players and athletes and college students whose last quarter or semester or sports season has just dramatically come to an end. And so I feel sad for them. I feel lots of uncertainty and at the same time gratitude. I'm feeling grateful for feeling healthy right now and the ability to work remotely, to share things with our clients via video conferencing and technology like this. So lots of different emotions. And I know that in my heart, I feel like resiliency, adaptability, flexibility is going to go a long way during these times. So just wanted to talk about that. I'm going to be doing a webinar, and it's a free webinar. So it's going to be next Wednesday, March 18th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. This is actually something that I had already planned to do and started to promote early in March and plan about a month before that. But I think it's especially timely now because of these constantly changing times. So I know many of you are now working from home, whereas you might not have before. Many of you may have kids at home whose schools have been canceled for a couple weeks, a month, or possibly even for the remainder of the school year. And some of that is still unfolding. So life is different than we knew it to be even a week ago. And of course, we all want to have safety first and stay healthy and take care of ourselves. But I think with all the things that we can't control, there are some things that we can. And that's what I want to talk about in the webinar. This is Organize to Optimize. In the best of times, it's just helping you be more organized to maximize your productivity and feel your best. And in these constantly changing times, I think it's particularly important. Being organized with your physical space, which is one of the things we'll talk about, can help you focus on work. If you're suddenly working from home, it can help eliminate distraction. It can help you feel more in control of your environment, and that's helpful in any time. So we're going to talk about organizing your physical space and the steps and process to do that. Some of you may have more time and may want to get spaces in your home organized if you are working from home. These are also tips that you can apply in your work office if you're still going to work in your office space. So it'll apply either place. We'll also talk about handling all the incoming items. So we'll talk about handling all the work that comes at you. So we are overwhelmed with email and things on our to-do list and things other people ask us to do and paperwork and voicemails. And we're not going to talk about how to handle information overload, except I can suggest that occasionally you might want to consider taking breaks from social media and the media in general, just to focus on something else, to read a book, to take your mind off of the craziness that's going on. I am all for being educated and informed and taking great action to take care of yourself, but there is a lot right now, lots of articles, lots of input, lots of people's opinions, so taking breaks from that on occasion is important. But we will talk about handling incoming items as far as it relates to the things that you want to get done in your work. And then we're also going to talk on the webinar on March 18th about prioritizing and planning and then producing work, getting things done in a more organized and productive way. So just some good time management habits and techniques that I'm looking forward to sharing with you. So I'm super excited about this webinar, and I hope you'll join me. It is free, I mentioned that, but space is limited. So we've had some great registrations. There is still space available. If you have any questions about registration, please reach out to us and we'll certainly help. But I think doing that webinar next week is something you can do to help with what you can control amidst all that you cannot. So a couple other suggestions that I'll make is just obviously, like we're all being told, make sure you're taking good care of yourself. Obviously, wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, use cleaning wipes as you're out and about to disinfect surfaces that you're coming in contact with. That's all at this point now common sense stuff, and it's good to do anytime. Social distancing, of course, as is recommended, but other self-care things, make sure you're doing things to boost your own immune system. So that includes proper hydration, getting great sleep, doing what you can to reduce stress. So it might include meditation. It might include finding ways to laugh. With the social distancing and restrictions that are coming into place with not going into the workplace that we're accustomed to going in, for some of us, not going to social events, we need to find ways still to connect with each other. So think about how you can do that creatively. Video conferencing is certainly a way to connect with clients, but it also can be used to do virtual coffees or happy hours with friends that, maybe across the country and, not practical to see anyway, but you want to catch up with. This is a great time to do that. So I want to know, how are you creatively connecting with other people if you're feeling a bit isolated with working from home or, anticipating having kids home and maybe being a little more cooped up? How are you going to engage with some social interaction to keep your own self sane? Those are a few things. So take good care of yourself. Do some things to get your day off on the right foot. I am a huge proponent of a morning practice. Mine includes a little bit of meditation, some exercise, movement certainly will help boost your immune system. I also do some journaling, some reading of things that are positive and uplifting. And it really is a practice that helps ground me and get my day off on the right foot. So maybe now is a time for you to consider carving out some time for a morning practice for yourself. I'd love to know what you might include in that, or what you already include in your morning practice. But do some things to try and stay on routine if you can. With so much changing so fast, when we can stick to our normal habits to some degree, that's comforting, and it can be a little refreshing amongst so much change. So anyway, again, just really wanted to come on to share some thoughts about how we're handling this, how I'm feeling and handling this. And one of the ways I want to connect with you is by doing more via live video, more through webinar offerings. And I think the March 18th, next Wednesday, 11 a.m. is a great place for me to be able to share some good content, some information, Doesn't cost you a dime. I would look forward to your joining me. So get yourself registered. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you March 18th at 11 a.m. Pacific time, and we'll talk about some more strategies then, and I'll share some information too about our It's About Time virtual productivity program. Such a great time, in my opinion, to stay connected with people, to stay productive, and that program is an amazing way to do so. It's already built, so we've got members in there that are doing so now and have been for some time, but love to have you join us in that virtual productivity program too. It might be just the right thing for you right now. So see you March 18th for that free webinar. Get yourself registered. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll certainly address any comments here. Make a comment if you're watching the recording of this, and I'll look forward to talking to you again soon. Signing off. Thanks.